tryna get next to you, tryna get next to your body, oh yeah. Your love is too good for you, it's too good for you, oh yeah. I'm tryna get next to you, tryna get next to your body, oh yeah.
Alright, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video. So, as you can tell by the title, is All-Star Tower, or not is All-Star Tower Defense, but is power creeping an issue in All-Star Tower Defense? I was having a debate with somebody in this Discord on whether it was a problem or not, and I thought it was, but at the same time, I don't really know. So, in my opinion, I'm honestly indifferent. I'm not sure if it's a problem, and we're gonna get into why in a second. But for now, let's talk about the biggest point in this video, and it's the reason why Minato is the thumbnail, and I call it the 6-star problem. So obviously in every game, you know, there's going to be a meta, of course, and as things get harder, you're going to need stronger items or units to actually do those harder things. Now, when you have something like, when you have rarities in a game, then obviously the more rare items have to be better than the less rare items, or this is usually the case. Like if I have a legendary sword and troll, for example, it should be stronger than a rare sword or a super rare sword or whatever the rarities are in that game. So it makes no sense, right, that 6-star Minato should be this much worse than Trunks and Escanor. Now obviously 6-star Minato, he still has a 3 SPA, which is really good. He still has like 48 range, but Trunks does like what, 4,000 plus damage with an Irwin boost at level 1, or not at level 1, maybe at level 80. I'm not sure. He does like 4,000 plus damage at level 80. Plus you have his insane range, 55 range, which is more than Minato, and only a 4 SPA, and he's a better starter than Minato. So the problem becomes, why would I go through the trouble of getting 2 5-stars plus all of the Naruto units, when if I'm gonna get 2 5-stars in the first place, I should just get Trunks, or I should just get Escanor, or I should just get Broly. What is the point in me bringing Minato to infinite mode when there are units like Trunks in the game? It's like Minato has just become essentially not pointless, but like it's like wild. It's like, who with a brain would run Minato? I would argue I'm bringing Jotaro before I bring Minato. 6-star Jotaro, because not only does he have a time stop, but you're talking about what, like 10,000 damage at level 1, and I know he has a 5 SPA, but like a really quick cooldown on this time stop, like 40 range time stop. Like it's like you can't argue with this stuff, man. And he's a better starter than Minato. So it's like, why would I, and I know Jotaro is a 6-star too, but why would I go through the trouble of getting Minato, who used to be meta, yes, when I can just go and get Trunks? Why would I go through the trouble of getting Rukia, another 6-star, who wasn't even that good when she came out? I mean, Rukia was, like I said, all of the 6-stars are like good units. Like as far as like, you know, just by normal standards, they are like good, really good units. Rukia is a really good unit. But is there really a point in me picking her up? I mean, yes, she freezes. If I'm really crazy about stun, then yeah, I'll get her. But I mean, if I'm just getting her for the stun, then why would I bring her and not Gojo? Why would Rukia take up space in my inventory when I already got to give 3 or 4 of my spots to other units, depending on what game mode I'm playing on? Why would I waste my time bringing Rukia when I can bring like Gojo, Jotaro, both of these are gonna have more impact than Rukia is? Like, to me, Whitebeard, another one that's pointless. Whitebeard is literally pointless, and soon enough Frieza will probably be pointless. Not yet, but I mean, Broly, Gogeta, all of these units are arguably better. Like, why would I bring Frieza when I can bring Mustang, when I can bring and obviously I'll bring both of them if I can, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you guys get my point. And Whitebeard, like, what's the point in running Whitebeard now? One, he was never really that good. Like, nobody was ever running him in infinite mode, like seriously, like trying to get leaderboard. But like, it's just, why would I run this 6-star? Why would I waste my time getting 2 5-star Whitebeards when I can just get 1 5-star Whitebeard, 1 Blackbeard, and then boom, I have 6-star Blackbeard? Or when I can just get, once again, Escanor or Trunks. I'm not saying 6-stars need to be buffed, but I'm saying like, there should never be, like, usually in these games, there usually when you have like rarities like this, the highest rarity in the game, there shouldn't be a rarity below it that it's like, oh yeah, I'm taking that first. like, I shouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'm taking Escanor before I take Minato. That doesn't, that literally, it shouldn't make sense, but it does. Especially with how good Escanor is, especially with how good Trunks is. So basically the 6-star problem with the rarities, when you have rarities in a game, you just can't have the rarities below it be better, because it's harder to get the higher rarity. So what is the point of me getting the higher rarity when 5-star is better? It doesn't make sense. Anyways, let's move on. So it's okay to have a meta, right? It makes sense to have a meta. You know, obviously, you know, good units can't be good forever because the game is getting harder, which means you need to make the items or the units stronger. So obviously there's always going to be a meta. That's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I honestly, I don't know if power creep is an issue, because the game, you have to keep making better units to get them better. I think the biggest issue is really the 6-stars. Like, it doesn't make sense that most of the 6-stars aren't good, or not good, but most of them like aren't meta. That doesn't make sense. They're, you know, the highest rarity, the hardest to get. But aside from that, it's okay to have a meta. I don't have an issue that there's a meta in the game. All strategies games have a meta. That's not a problem. But when you're talking about a strategy game where you're making nerfs and buffs, it's like they kind of become pointless, especially with the game with the meta, in a game like this where the meta is constantly changing. Like, for example, let's take 2 big nerfs. The Stark nerf. The Suzaku nerf was probably like, that didn't really affect much. That's the kind of nerf I don't have a problem with. When you're nerfing the actual effectiveness of a unit, like when they nerf Killua or when they nerf Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then like 1 or 2 updates later, these units are like, they're not even good anymore. It's like you have to be careful with how you nerf and buff certain units, man, because the nerf becomes pointless after a while if you know, are constantly changing the meta like All-Star Tower Defense is. So basically, nerf and buffs become pointless, so I don't see the point in nerfing them in the first place. You might as well keep them, unless you're nerfing like placement costs on Suzaku. Yeah, that needed to be nerfed. Honestly, it did. But at the same time, when you think about it, it's like when you have a mode like Infinite Mode, this placement costs really matter. This upgrade costs really matter. It's really PvP where it becomes important. But honestly, like, let's think about it. Like, and story mode, of course. Like, does placement costs really matter in Infinite Mode? Like, no. But obviously in story mode, you know, like 25,000 to place Suzaku, yeah, that was busted. So I don't have a problem with that. But next thing, so we all pretty much know the meta if we're trying to hit leaderboard. Basically, it's this pretty much the same thing, and with PvP too. But I'm not gonna get into PvP yet. But yeah, we pretty much know the meta. And to be honest, I mean, if you're just trying to get wave 70 plus, then yeah, there's a lot of different lineups you can run. But if you're trying to hit the leaderboard, there isn't really a lot of variation. Now, obviously, like I said, in every game there's going to be a meta, so there's going to be a best way to get to the wave 74. I think that's where they are right now, wave 75, wave 74. Obviously there's going to be a meta way to get there, but I feel like there should not be one streamlined way to get it. And I feel like the meta now is it's a little tight, because you got to have 4 units. Like, obviously most people run duos, but you're going to need 4 or 5 units, right? You're going to need Suzaku, Blackbeard, Erwin, Bulma, and yeah, that's it. You're gonna need those 4. Now, it's suggested you bring Mustang. It's suggested you bring a couple of good air units. You're gonna need Suzaku, if I didn't say him. So and then now people are saying you need Broly. I haven't tried to hit leaderboard since the Broly update, so I don't know if you need them, but a lot of people are saying you need Broly. So it's like, what is, you know what I'm saying, why is the meta so tight? What I want is that I want there to be multiple good lineups that you can run. I want the meta to be less tight, so that, you know, we can, like, you know, like I can throw in, like, you know what I'm saying, and maybe instead of Erwin, like, I don't know, nah, you gotta have Erwin. Honestly, that nigga he's too busted. You gotta have that nigga. But like, I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. I want there to be more variation, because right now I feel like there just isn't a lot of variation. Like, the lineups are pretty much, you know what you're gonna do. If you run this lineup, you're gonna hit leaderboard. So that's what I feel. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm thinking about it. You guys just let me know what you think. Now, finally, we can get into PvP. A lot of people don't play PvP, and for good reason. PvP is honestly kind of boring, for the simple fact that it really doesn't give you a lot of rewards. There are high stakes, which is good, because elo is really important. So, not really important, but elo is like, if you want to keep your elo high, then like you really can't lose. So there are stakes, which is good, but essentially the same lineup will win every game in PvP. Anyone who plays PvP pretty much knows this. You know the lineup you need. You can go watch my 2v2 ranked how to win video if you want to see pretty much the lineup you need to win. Like, this lineup, I haven't lost a game in PvP, honestly. since I started running that lineup, I'm a platinum player. And I know that I'm not the highest rank, like, you know, platinum is like right in the middle, but like I don't have time to be playing the game all day, every day. I really don't like PvP like that, to be honest. That's why I'm not like diamond yet. I could hit it honestly if I wanted to, but it's kind of boring, especially if I'm running 2v2. It's just, you know, it's easy to win now, especially since good players really don't play anymore. Like most of the best players in PvP, they really don't play because they're either already the top rank or they already know what to win. They do the same thing every game, and it's honestly boring. Matchmaking is a huge issue, but aside from that, you know, I feel like power creep, I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't know, man. Like, is power creep an issue? You guys let me know in the comments. I definitely say that PvP has a lot of problems. It could be a lot more fun, but I don't know. I feel like the biggest problem would be the 6-star problem. I feel like there's no reason why a 6-star should be harder to get than a 5-star, but the 5-star is objectively better. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the price of 2 Minatos, I can get a Trunks and an Escanor and I'm good. For the price of a 6-star Rukia, 2 Rukias, I can get Trunks and Escanor and I'm good. Or a Gojo and Jotaro. Not Gojo and Jotaro, my fault, but a Gojo and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And then why would I get Rukia? I can get Jotaro. So what is the point in, you know, having 6 stars that aren't good? I don't understand it myself. It really doesn't make sense to me, but if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. Join my Discord. It will be linked in the description. If you really want to debate me, we can have a debate there. And like I said, I'm indifferent, so I won't really take a side, but I guess I'll take the affirmative. So whatever side you're not on, I'll take. But if you like this video and you want to see more, like and subscribe, comment. It's your boy Dyloh, and we out.
No more, she swallow with all of my kids in the tummy. Would I take off on the jet land in London? I cannot stop this money, keep on coming. Put the banana in my mouth, she a monkey. Drippin' since a young and never been by me. Spinning out cause niggas never had nothing. Like a wife, nigga sleep with that money. She my hoe, but I fuck on her buddy. Up an early nigga sippin' that money.